What up, YouTube? So, I've been trying to get back into Go the past couple of days, and it's been rough, but hopefully it'll get better slowly. Yeah, okay, so I've signed into KGS. Let's find a room. Oh, that was fast. I'm playing a 1 done. Let's see if I can get this to show up. Okay. Hi, have a good game. Okay, so my goal today is to just make sure that I have good shape and that I'm solid before I try to do any invasions or attacks. Even if I feel like I'm really behind or anything like that, I think I just don't want to have any weaknesses that kind of bite me in the butt later, which is what I've seen in my past couple of games. So, just going to start simple. 4 points. And then don't really want to do a 3-3, so maybe play up here. I am curious about how, people deal with the 3-3, because I've been seeing it on videos a lot, so maybe we'll play that next time. This is like a mirror go kind of thing. I don't know. Swear to God if he plays over here. Okay. Um... How does this guy... I can't see old games while I'm playing a game. But... I mean... Kind of want to enclose this. Close my own corner. The frickin'... Okay. What's a good direction here? This one? Or maybe invade this? Is this a ranked game? It is ranked. Do I just copy him now? Well, if I copy him, he gets the Comey. Actually, there's no Comey, so I should just copy him. Let's just try it. Fuck it. Don't want to get my stones disconnected, and I want to disconnect my opponent's stones. Starting to build up this area, and then once I do, come back and disconnect here. Really? Make good shape. Disconnect. I feel like I'm not really afraid of disconnecting here because I have friends and there's space. This ladder doesn't work. But maybe he can start taking some of this stuff. Try it. This feels a little weird. It does keep his stones connected, but it also makes me like kind of wrapped in here. I don't know if that was like the best move for me to develop shape. So many cutting points. Fuck. fucking kidding me right now? I've got a little bit of room here to come out. Man, he's really trying to kill me. Really? Fuck. Damn it. The meat. Nice. Pretty solid win. 12.5 points. Thanks for the game. Okay, so let's take a look at this game. 4-4-4-4. It's funny that this person played white and then did mirror go strategy, because usually I feel like it's you take black, and then if your opponent doesn't have Komi, so if white doesn't have Komi and you're black, then you could take Tengen, essentially, like what I did later on in the game. And then, like, no matter what white does, you just mirror it. And that way, like, you know, every move from here is mirrorable. But you got to be careful when, like, white tries to kill the center group somehow with a pattern, like... I'm not sure, actually. There must be some kind of pattern. I remember reading about it, where like you play so that, oh, maybe you play some setup moves in here first around the middle, and then because white already has stones over here, so it's like something like this where if black plays Tengen, white goes here, maybe a little bit farther out, like here. And then white goes on this side, something like that, you know? Yeah, like this. So white would kill black first, and then, you know, now white has the advantage. So anyways, it was interesting to see about this move where I was like, oh, he's kind of mirroring me. Where would this game go? And I noticed that, you know, because it's like 1Q versus 1 Dawn, I get the handicap, like the reverse, not the reverse Komi, but just like no, he gets no Komi. So white gets no Komi. So, you know, I said, okay, well, let's not be too hasty and jump into the Tengen. I feel like that's kind of a mistake because, you know, having this black stone in the middle of the board at the beginning of the game it's more of a handicap than anything else. So I decided to just play like how I might normally play, you know, take some big moves where, you know, I have to finish out this Joseki, so make that extension mount. He copied me. I said, okay, well, this corner's pretty big, so I'm going to make a corner enclosure. Copied me. And then I thought, okay, well, I still don't want to play this just yet because it just still feels so far from everything. So I decided to kind of build towards the center a little bit before I played it. And I could tell, like, I was thinking in my head, if I played here and he played here, and then maybe I just keep building it like this, and he plays here, and I'm kind of, you see how I'm kind of getting towards the center here, and then I do like another thing like that, and he does another thing like that, and I do another thing like that, and he does another thing like that, and then I do that. So if he tries to come inside, then, like, you know, he's kind of behind enemy lines at this point, so it makes it like a hard game for him because now he's going all in on trying to make this one stone live, and all the meanwhile I'm building up, you know, like let's say I go this way, maybe this way. Even this is kind of far, so let's say I go this way, you know, and then he tries to like play light or something. So while I attack this group of stones, I'll be able to kind of solidify the surrounding areas. And so let's say he lives, you know, somewhere in here, something like that. I don't know. Let's just say he lives. I don't even know. Run. I don't know. Let's say somehow he lives. What I'm imagining is, like, I get black stones here, and then, you know, the sides are essentially mine. He still has to spend moves to, like, live in here or break out. And then meanwhile, I've already built up a wall over here, and he hasn't spent any moves doing this. So you can kind of see like this is what my strategy at this point was. And so I think, okay, it's the time like I kept thinking, is it time to play Tengen yet? Because he's obviously mirroring me now. And I said, no, I got to play solid, really take the big points. It's okay if he takes big points as well, because the middle is where we'll be fighting for afterwards. And so I thought after this point, I kind of feel comfortable doing it, because if I played any more moves, his part would get more solidified as well. So I decided to do that. And I thought, okay, this was a pretty good move on White's part, because it really solidifies this corner, and this whole area. So I thought, okay, well, what do I do now? I don't want to build up the middle. I feel like the middle is just so empty. He can try to invade at any point, and it would just be a waste of stones. So I thought, okay, you know what? It's my turn. I could mirror him now, because I've played the only move on the board that isn't, technically mirrorable. So he saw through that immediately. And so now this was like where the real game began, kind of. So at this point, I'm thinking, okay, I've taken Tengen. He's trying to come inside my territory a little bit, right? Because like this line right here is kind of the border, and then this line right here is kind of a border, or this line, And so he's coming inside because he's like clearly trying to dig out some of my territory. So I'm thinking, you know what? I'll let you take some, as long as you run out and I build more of a wall and I solidify more of my stuff, because then I could come in more. So that's why I decided to Hane over here. And I feel like if he cross Hane here, the important stone to save would be this one. I think this one has like lots of friends to run to, so I'd have to like make sure I can find a way out for this guy, which I thought that would be the interesting thing. But he Hane'd. I thought I might do something like this as well. This would have been somewhat interesting too, I think. Keep these two groups disconnected, because this stone is going to have a hard time in here, and then this stone, technically isn't really out yet. And this ladder doesn't work. So he wouldn't have laddered me. So maybe he would have, I don't know, targeted this way or something. And then this is like kind of safe, right? So he could start doing something like that. I don't know. I don't know what you do at this point. I feel like it's just not a great place to play. But at least he got this wall, right? So I feel like this move here would be pretty good too, because it builds this up. So I would try to come more in, I guess. And then what's the score at this point? Black is slightly up because I've got the middle. Anyways, so I decided to connect because, I remember last time, the whole lesson from last time was make sure my shape and my stones and groups are solid before trying to do anything to my opponent. So, I said, okay, let's connect. He connected too. Okay, respected, the shape. I feel like if he did anything else, I would have cut this probably. So that's fair. And then I said, okay, well, just let me keep building my side. I could have also invited him to like come in more by maybe doing something like this. But I feel like this would have just been really complicated because my stones, I don't have enough stones out here. So that makes me wonder if he would have followed me doing one more jump. Like back here. If I did one more jump here, would he have done this? Because if he does this, then I could do this. Then he'd probably come in on this side, which is fair. But then I would build this up. Would I cut at this point? No. Yeah, so now he has a friend over here too. So I might try to like disconnect it, but then he has plenty of space to run. So I don't know. I guess I'd be okay with this too. Still up this. Anyways. So what happened over here? So they tried to lean on a weaker group to get some more stones around the area, which is I think a very good tactic. Like I think a better move for me might have been here, and then he does this, and then I just kind of let him come in more, and then I don't know, try to seal him off a little bit. Something like that. Do I care about that? Not really. Probably care about this more. But this group isn't worried about anything, so maybe something like that. So white has successfully dug in a little bit here, and this group is secure. So I don't know, I didn't really like that. So I thought, okay, before I let him make shape, I feel like I'll cut at this point because these two groups of stones are pretty solid. So he did this kind of lean on my weak group thing. And then I was thinking that this group is like, okay, these stones are okay. They're not in immediate danger, but this one really is. If I don't do anything, then this ladder works. You know, if I do this, then this kills me. So, so I had to do something here. So I was thinking maybe Atari first, and then what? Would you disconnect that? I could do this. He can't do that because I could kill that. So this just doesn't look good for him. Maybe try to run this group. But then this group is dead? Like, I don't know. Like, everything's just cut up. So maybe I should have done that. But I think if I Atari'd, he probably, if I did this, he probably would have, just connect these stones up. But I feel like maybe I could have done this. And then this. And then I wouldn't be able to do this. So I would want to, what I want to do is connect. And then if he connects this, then I could maybe disconnect here. This way. Yeah, so I think he would connect here, and then I would play here. But then this also is a really weird situation going on. Where I might play that, if he connects, I kill that, and then he starts wreaking havoc over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. This got really weird. Okay, sorry, I'm playing myself. I do this a lot. Okay, so over here, I didn't play this whole thing because I didn't like the disconnection, the weird fights going on, like as we just saw. So I decided to disconnect this group because I figured, if he's gonna try to connect these stones up and like live in here, that's better for me because it's just the more that he thrashes around to try to make two eyes, the more that I profit around this area. So keep this group disconnected because if I somehow manage to eat these 3 stones, that's also really big because it's like I get to dominate the center of the board for the rest of the game. So he said nope. And then I thought maybe I would do this and he would like extend for some reason to not give me the Panuki and like give me more cutting points. And I still feel like this would have been better for him for some reason, but we'll see. Like, I thought this would happen, and then I would come back and do this whole Atari sequence. And then he would just have to, like, thrash around more and like make something happen. But at least this group is still, good. Not I don't know how helpful it is. Now that I see this shape. So I feel like this is probably the better choice, where he took this because he also connected this one stone back. So I feel like maybe the move for me was to just do this directly, or actually do this Atari first, and then this, and then this, and then this. Like, even if I did this at this point and he disconnected, or he played here, it would be disconnected, So, I mean, this wouldn't be good. But this, I mean, I feel like this feels so good for black. It's like pretty even. Okay, so I tarried here first. He did this thing, connected his white stone back, and then I connected. He also had to connect a protect a cutting point. And this was interesting. I feel like I wonder if I should have ignored this move at R7 and like did this or something. And then if he just, I don't know, kept abusing my corner, I would take this part. Hmm. That would die for sure. But he takes this somehow. Yeah, I don't know. Is it worth it? This or this corner? So I thought this was dead. I thought I could kill it, but, too weak over here. Like, if I had maybe 2 more stones over here, it'd be okay. But here, he could threaten. He has 1 eye here, maybe 1 eye here too, so I have too many weaknesses. He poked. I was basically saying, you could take this stone, I'll take this group. He said, no, I don't have to do that. I can block this. And I said, okay, well, what if I cut here? I feel like maybe I had to do something like this. But then this is disconnected, so I'd have to connect this, and then this is also disconnected, and also once he plays here, I'd have to play something like this. So he could play something like this first, And then I'd have to do something like this, and then this, and then I'd have to like connect back. Which might kill him actually, but then now I have disconnection points here. So, no bueno. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. One, two, three, four, five, 6. 1, 2. I feel like, so I could have done something here. I could have done this one. This was the move. I thought that it would be better here because I wanted to keep all my stones connected. And he took advantage of that. Because I couldn't play here. If I played here to falsify this eye, he would extend down, and then I could do this, I guess. No, but then he would kill this at this point, and then I'd have to come back and take this, and then he would kill this. So that wouldn't work. So I had to play here, and then I had to protect this somehow. And then it was alive, because I'd have to play here in order to here and here in order to falsify this eye. But this is like, you know, bad for me in Gote. I don't even know if I would respond here at this point. Maybe I would connect to weaken this stone. It could be acceptable, I guess. Black has me, oh, Score Estimator has me up by 50 at this point, so it's not bad. What about right here? Oh, I'm already up by 22.5 at this point. So yeah, so my general strategy, like I was saying earlier, kind of worked because, you know, he tried to infiltrate inside me, managed to make 2 eyes, but then now I got this really solid wall that really kind of says that this territory is mine. And then he's trying to like reduce from the corners now. I think me responding in the corner down here is too slow. I should have played over here. You know, I could have kept mirroring at this point, mirror these moves. Because he got these 2 big corner moves, and this was probably worth a lot. It was worth like 10 points. So I should have done this. And then if he wants to come in, I'll also come in. But then he might try to do something like this, which would be pretty bad. It's like kind of even. This was weird. I think I went a little too deep here. And then gave up on it halfway because I thought it was bigger. feel like this would have been okay. It's fine. This accomplishes the goal, you know. Play light. It's chill. But then I felt like this, you know, coming in here would be kind of risky. But even if I played solid, like really solid. Yeah, I didn't really have time to think this one out. But I don't know if I would have been able to live. Maybe play here first. Yeah, I was just destined not to live here. Unfortunately. I don't know why he didn't say these 3 stones. Cause where did he play next? Here. And then this I felt like was a lot bigger than that's 1 stone. You know? Sure, I might have played there to live. It does live, right? Yeah. But then, you know, white has stuff here. It just seems better. B19. Yeah. I guess this white invasion, I think this white invasion was not the right thing to do. Because white only got 2 points from here. And it solidified so much for me, and then I was able to come into white's territory. So there was some other stuff that happened. Oh, this corner here. I should have just backed up. Right? Like, what is he going to do? It's like 1 eye, maybe? It's not even an eye. This shouldn't have lived. I don't know why I played such a bad move. Like, what would white have done here? That's not even 1 eye yet. Oh my god, this is so dumb. I could have ended the game right there. But I let white live. This maybe should have been here first. or here. But now this invites white in. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what would have been a good move here. Here? Don't know. Maybe this. Maybe I just wasn't meant. I don't know. There's no good way to reduce this, I think. This was a bad move. I should have, maybe this. No. I should have played here. This would have been better. Puts more pressure on white. This wouldn't be a very bad trade. Yeah, this would be game over for sure. It helps to have some time to think, but don't overthink on the opening, you know? Yeah, okay. Rest is just endgame. Cool, awesome. Well, thanks for watching today. Hope that was interesting to see a little bit of Mirror Go. See you next time.